you see these letters? So as you can see the title below, I failed college. I failed college, and it was a crazy experience. And I'm going to tell you what I did wrong, what I did to recover, and steps that you guys should take in order to recover. So this might actually be a pretty long video. If you guys just don't want to watch it, then I completely understand, but this is dedicated to the people that have tried out college and just didn't work out with them, or they didn't do as well as they thought they were going to do well, and they're trying to recuperate and trying to regain some credits and just stay in school. It all started when I decided to go to college. I was in high school. I was getting a lot of anxiety attacks because I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. So then when I went into college, I was an undecided person, and all my life I wanted to be a doctor. Like, my uncle's a doctor, and I have a lot of family members in who are doctors or like in the medical field. So I thought that I wanted to do that too. So I went with that. I switched my major to biology, and I thought everything was going to be great. Now, when I switched into biology, it wasn't your normal high school science. Well, for me it wasn't. I went to a special type of high school, and I wasn't open and aware of some things that other schools were being taught. So, resources were very limited, and I didn't get the same opportunities that other people did when it came to sciences. But either way, I decided to go on forward, and I believed in myself, and I chose to do biology. So I am a biology student at this point, and shit was pretty hard. It was hard because I was just not grasping the concept, and I fell into depression because, first of all, I didn't get along with my bio teacher whatsoever. She wasn't the type of person that liked people to be in her class, just, freeloaders and stuff like that. She wanted very serious people, and I know that intimidation shouldn't stop anyone from accomplishing their goals, but at this point, like, I just couldn't with her. She was very intimidating, and she wasn't very helpful at all. We had a student instructor at the class, and I would go to it to see if I can grasp some of the concepts there as like in a student perspective. I got it, but when it came to the tests, it seemed like I didn't know anything at all. I tried various study techniques. I took several tests to figure out what type of studier I am, learner, or whatever the crap is called. Nothing was just working out for me, so I kept on beating something that was just not working out for me, and it affected me so much physically and mentally. I started eating more. It wasn't even considered a freshman 15 for me. It was considered like the freshman 70. Like, I gained 70 pounds in like a year, and that's, talking about it now, it's really crazy. I just realized it. Like, I gained a lot of weight. So, I kept on calling my mother all the time, and I would tell her, this is what I want to do, but I feel like my teacher is stopping me from my dreams. And I mean, in a way, like, she did, but I'm kind of glad that she did that for me, because I feel like she saw me struggle, and she saw that I wasn't made for this type of thing. And she suggested me to do something else. And at this day, I see her run, and I'm not really like cordial with her because of all the shit that she has done with me. But I am very grateful that she did take out some time and tell me that I'm just not cut out for it. Now, I was really upset. I was depressed for like forever. It was so much so that I just stopped showing up to class. I didn't want to go to class anymore because I felt like I wasn't gonna complete anything. Like there's no point, and I couldn't drop off the class because of financial aid issues and stuff like that. So I just decided not to go to class anymore. Me and my roommate, we were the same major, and it was just so exhausting, and it took so much out of me that it kind of scarred me. And I used to hate the thought of me going back to school because I know that I was going to somehow fail. So I had like this negative mindset to begin with. But I didn't have this type of mindset in the beginning of freshman year. The first semester of freshman year, I was an A-B student. Like I got all A's, all B's, passed all my classes, got a 3.5 GPA. By the end of my second semester, I dropped to a 2.2 GPA because of biology. That's the only class I failed. I got an F in that class. So then the next semester came. I was like, okay, well, biology doesn't work out, and I really like makeup. So why not just be a chemist, and maybe I could work for like L'Oreal or something like that and make makeup. Like I love makeup, and it would be a dream if I could just, you know, become a chemist and do all that stuff and make makeup, and maybe I'll get some free makeup. But it didn't work out that way. You know, I kept on getting reminders of myself from last year. You know, it was signs. So as soon as I approached something that I couldn't deal with, I would back off, and I would blame everyone else but myself. I would blame the teacher. I wouldn't go for help, and I stopped going to that class too. I stopped going to my chemistry class because I felt like it was too hard and I couldn't take it. It was reminding me of my second semester of freshman year, and I just didn't want to deal with it, and I couldn't drop off the class. So I ended up just failing all my classes. I failed every single class. My first year of sophomore, I failed every single class. My first year of sophomore year, I was the president of my class. I was struggling in chemistry. I was taking French. I thought that I was gonna like French. I thought it was such an exquisite language that would benefit me. So I took that class with no basic knowledge, and I failed that shit. Then I had like this writing class, and we had to do a thesis, and like I didn't complete it because I got so fucking lazy at the end. Like mentally, like I broke the fuck down. Like I just broke down, and I didn't want nothing to do with school. I couldn't leave because I live an hour and 30 minutes away from home. Basically what I did was I just stayed in bed. I had these group of friends that were doing the same thing as I was, so I was basically following what they were doing, like not going to class, you know, just having fun and not really caring about anything. So when the term ended, I failed everything. I had a 0 GPA. Like my GPA dropped to 1.4. Man, it was ridiculous. I had to take a special class for people who are failing. That wasn't fun. It was tedious, and I felt like most of the information I already knew. But I did learn some things about it, and I am grateful about it. It was just tedious to go to that class. Because of all that, my friends at that time, they were going through some stuff, and they ended up leaving school because it just wasn't for them. And I felt the same way too. So I had this mentality that, you know, maybe college is not for me. Maybe college is not for me. I'm just gonna keep on failing, and I just want to live my life. Like I don't know what the fuck to do. Like I'm not a biology major anymore. Like there was this huge stress of me like trying to pick out what the fuck I want to do with my life. Like I'm 21. Well, at the moment I was like 20. I'm like, what am I supposed to do in my life? I don't even know. Like picking that major failed me. I felt like a failure. I didn't know what else to do. So, you know, the first semester of sophomore year, I just shut down, and I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't do anything. I just had fun, and I basically just lived there by myself. And also, I was having roommate issues. I was having a lot of roommate issues with some girl because I was supposed to be an RA my first semester sophomore year, but because of my GPA of my second semester freshman year, they withdrew me from that position. So that was upsetting. Like, my year started upsetting and so negative. It has such a negative mindset that I was just not dealing with anything. Like, I had so many things on top of me and I wasn't prioritizing my life. That's something that you have to learn how to do. You have to prioritize everything. But, you know, series of events occurred transitioning to my second semester of sophomore year, and I think I just grew the fuck up. I was tired of people disrespecting me. I was tired of being a failure. I just wanted to prove to someone that I'm worth it, you know? Like, at the time, I have a counselor. I live in New Jersey, so in New Jersey we have this education opportunity program, or education opportunity funding, EOP or EOF. And I'm in that. So we have an advisor, and she was really like tough on me and trying to make me stay, and she really cared. She's like, I don't want you to leave, like, I know you can do this. And, you know, she kind of gave me some hope, but I really wanted to do it for myself. I came into college not knowing what the fuck I wanted to do, you know? I just went to college because, I mean, I was like, well, I'm not gonna stay home and not do anything, because a lot of people in my area, they don't really go to college. What they do is that, you know, after high school, they find someone and they get married and have babies. And I didn't want to live that life. Listen, I have an expensive taste, okay? I got an expensive taste. So I need to provide for myself because I want to live happy. And I have a beautiful dog named Chewy, and I wanted to give him the best of the best. So, you know, I figured, like, you know, no one really asked me to go to college. I just decided to do it. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna buckle down and just do this. I'm just going to do it and just hope for the best and try to prioritize my life, because this is so important. Like, I'm spending so much money on this school, and I need to do what I have to do in order to be successful. I'm not saying that, like, every college graduate is going to be successful. Like, there are a bunch of people that didn't have to go to college to be successful, but those people are talented, okay? I, on the other hand, I'm not talented whatsoever. I have no talent in my bones, so I have to rely on, you know, studying and all that stuff to get me out of this place. So yeah, so I just buckled down and I did it for myself. I moved out of the situation I was in with my roommate. I had my own room. A lot of things were happening with my friends. Figured out who are my true friends and who are not. So I, you know, deleted some people out of my life that were not benefiting me, because all I want to do is be a good person, and I want to be surrounded by people who are successful, who, you know, are positive. And at that time, I wasn't in the right setting. I was hanging out with a bunch of people who were negative, and it didn't do me any well, because then I started acting negative and I started doing things that I knew I shouldn't have done. So I buckled down and I did what I had to do. I went to all my classes. I studied, because it was the scary fact was that it was all gonna end. Like, college for me is utopia. Like, I didn't ever have to worry about what I was going to eat, because there was always food there. I never had to worry about what I was going to eat the next day. I have a bed. I have shower. I have laundry, free laundry. In my school, we have free laundry. I had everything I needed, and I love the place that I'm at. And I thought to myself, think about the situation that you have at home. Do you want to go back to that and live that way for the rest of your life? And I was like, wow, I don't want to do that. I like the place that I'm in. I love living at school because I only get to think about myself. I don't have, you know, all these priorities, making sure all the bills are paid, or like, you know, wondering what I'm gonna eat next in life, or what's gonna happen the next day, or stuff like that. I could just worry about myself and my studies. And that really motivated me a lot. I didn't want to come back to the setting that I am here. I want to live a better life. I want to, you know, give myself more opportunities and show my family that I could do something with my life other than get married and get pregnant and have kids. So, sorry about all of that. If you guys have any questions about that, about, you know, that life, I could do like a story time or some stuff like that. There's a lot that happened, but I feel like this video is so long. So, one of the things that I am going to recommend to you guys is an agenda. I always used to use an agenda, but not as severe as I did this semester. I got this at Staples. This one was kind of pricey, but you know, it doesn't really matter. It's really your type, like whatever you like to use. So I like the ones that come with lines like this, so I could just write everything that I need to do that day. And I like the ones that come with, you know, a little month calendar, so I could keep track of everything. And I have a page in here that demonstrates what I used to do. This was like at the end of the school year. This is in May. So I had exams, so I would put in the days of my exams and how many days I have left. Now, something else that really helped me was this. This dry erase board from Expo is amazing. I like this because, well, look at it. I mean, you could just fill it in. I wrote everything that I needed in here, and I would like place it like right here. This is my desk. I would place it right there in my desk, and I would look at it every single day, so I can see that, oh, the 29th I have an exam or a due date. So since it was constantly there, I would constantly see it, and to avoid getting anxiety attacks, I would do them early. Finding motivation is really hard when it comes to school. You have to think about the right thing, and I could definitely do a video about that. I learned a lot, and I'm excited to go back to school in September. Unfortunately, because of my grades, even though I got all A's and B's this semester that passed, next semester I'm still going to be a sophomore because of my GPA from the last 2 semesters that I failed, which is okay. I'm not rushing it. I'm 21 and I could do it, you know. I could do it, and so can you. If I could do it, you could do it too. That's my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have a great day, and don't forget that you can honestly do whatever the fuck you want. You can do whatever you want. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the description box below. You know, I will make more like motivational videos and stuff like that, because I know it's really hard to do that. But announcement, I'm gonna be doing a lot of like awesome stuff coming up the month of August. I'm gonna do a lot of like makeup tutorials, a lot of motivational videos, and I am going to collab with this girl that I used to go to high school with. This is going to be a really awesome project. I'm not going to talk about it too much right now, but once everything is finalized, I'll talk to you guys about it. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, so I hope you guys really enjoy this. Like and subscribe. Don't forget, I need subscribers and any likes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.